Hello student, our chapter is fiber to fabric, and last day we discussed about how can we get wool from different animals. So today we'll discuss what is the procedure of production of wool from sheep. So include various steps. The first step is shearing, then scouring, sorting, grading, dyeing, then carding and spinning, weaving and knitting. So we'll discuss the first step about shearing. I already told you what is fleece, and the process by which the fleece of the animal or sheep is removed is called shearing. So you can see the figure 3.10. Sorry, here you can see the shearing is going on, and the fleece is removing from the body of sheep, and this may be done using either clippers. Clippers is similar to what a barber uses to shape man's beard, or shearing machine. Shearing does not hurt the sheep, as the hair that are sheared are dead already. Sheep are always usually sheared in the weather when they do not require their fur. It actually helps the sheep to survive in the hot season. The next steps comes here, scouring, the process by which the sheared fleece is treated to remove dust, dirt, and grease is known as scouring. So students, see, when we collect fleece from the body of an animal, then in this fleece many dust, particle, grease are present. So we need to remove this, or we need to separate this from the fleece, and this process is called scouring. You can see the figure 3.11. This is a scouring machine. The sheared skin and hair are thoroughly washed in a series of tubes to clean them. Nowadays, this kind of machine also used for scouring. The next step comes here, sorting. After separating the dust and grease, hair of different textures are separated from each other by sorting. Small fluffy fibers called burrs are removed because this is unwanted. The wool fibers that remain are scoured once more dried. So you can see figure 3.12, where hair of different texture are separated from each other, and this process is called sorting. After that comes grading. The wool fibers are grouped based on their length, fitness, color, texture, and other characteristics. So this process is called grading. Different grades of wool are used for different woolen product manufacture. And the next process is dyeing. As the natural fleece of sheep and goat are black, brown, or white, so the fibers obtained from them are dyed in various color. So dyeing is the process of coloring the fiber. And the next steps comes here, carding and spinning. The fibers are straightened, combat by passing them through rollers, and this process is called carding. You can see the figure 3.15. In this diagram, you can see how carding is taking place. So in this process, we make straight the fiber. The fibers are then twisted to make yarn. And this process is called spinning. A spinning frame is used for the purpose. The yarn is wound onto paper cones or spindles for easy use in weaving and knitting machine. So you can see the figure 3.16 here, a weaving machine picture is given. This is the last steps of the production of wool from an animal, the weaving and knitting. Yarns are knitted or woven by hand or machine to make fabric. So students, fabrics are made of yarn. Knitting uses a single yarn while weaving uses two or more yarns. Therefore, longer woolen fiber are suitable for knitting while shorter fibers are suitable for weaving. Some problems or hazard arises when we go for production of wool in industry. So an occupation hazard in any risk of injury, disease or other health problem that a worker in an industry may face. People working in this wool industry to face many hazards. For example, anthrax is a disease of sheep and other animal, and that caused by bacterium anthrax. Shearers and wool sorters who handle sheep and their fleece are at a high risk of getting anthrax. Anthrax is a bacteria which present usually animal like sheep, goat, etc. So the person who handle the processing of fleece removing means shearing, they have high risk or chance to get this bacteria anthrax. This is why anthrax is also called the Shorter's disease. In humans, anthrax causes dark pimple-like boils on the skin and can lead to skin, lungs, and intestinal infection or to a fatal blood infection. Another hazard can faced by the workers who work in industry of wool production is the chemicals and dyes used during the processing of wool fiber can cause allergy, skin infection, and eye irritation. And another hazard, fine wool fibers that are suspended in air as dust can cause respiratory disease also if it is inhaled.